Hello. Hi. How you doing? This is Roger. This is what's left of Roger in Kansas City. Boy, did I get beat up on my last video. But I'm not going to let that stop me. I may be crazy, but I'm going to make sure everybody knows it. Then again, maybe I'm not, and I'm going to make sure everybody knows that. So, moving on from the last video, which showed a big ship with strange things all about, let's go a little bit into the future from that 1914 picture to this picture from the Admiral Byrd Antarctic expedition. This is an aerial photograph from the first Byrd Antarctic expedition of 1928 to 1930. And you see some dark areas. That's parts of the airplane. And that down there is Antarctica. The next picture we're going to look at will be an enlarged version of that picture. Here is the enlarged picture. I've cut off about a third of the top portion of it so I can just focus on the area we're looking at. There are some interesting things in this. There will be a pretty good enhancement after we take a quick look at this picture, but there is something very strange going on. Here we go. First off, in the enhancement, you'll see that this is a strange object. All through here, especially down here, we've got something pretty incredible going on. Okay, and let's just go ahead and go straight to the enhancement. Okay, here's the same picture. All I've done is change the coloration to bring out some detail, and that's about it, and it's just a little bit larger. I'm doing things a little differently than previous videos. I usually just have it set up and I just show it. Well, I'm going to work with the editor just a little bit to change the lighting so you can see some different things. So let's go ahead and look at this thing again. I'm not sure what this thing is, but it's definitely an object. Now here's the question, is it really there? These things look so fake, but it's in the picture. Now let me go ahead and I want to darken this a little bit and bring out a little more detail. Yeah, you can definitely see what looks like to be a little crazy face there. This looks like a 3, but maybe it's a marking, it's camouflage. Let me brighten it back up. Go off behind it just a little bit. And we have this strange looking area here. I'm adjusting the camera here. Now this is just as bizarre as can be, but you know those Alps horns? That's a little close there, but you know the Ricola guys? Ricola! Does that look like that or not? And there's actually a guy playing it right there. I know what it sounds like, but maybe I'm just a nut. I've been called a nut a lot here in the past 24 hours. Okay, let's see here. Let's go over here now. Now this is, I think, the best part. And we're going to change the lighting on this just a little bit. Now, what is this? What is this? Hang on. Let me get this set up here. I'm going to brighten it up just a little bit. And bear with me for a moment. I'm going to change the coloration just a little. Right there. That's pretty good. Now, what is that thing? It looks like a big horny toad, but is that a ship? Is that a device of some sort? But here's the best part. Here's a little alien guy here. Here's his buddy over here. He's got some guy over here. But there's like little human-looking people down here too. I know you can see them. There they are. There's one there and there. Okay. Again, you see substantial, what appears to be humanoid figures, especially in the corner here. See this guy here? There's someone behind him. And if this is from a plane, are these giants? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I'm not saying they're giants. Don't jump on me because I said giants. And I certainly didn't say the flat beep word. God help me if I ever do that again. Let's turn up the heat on this just a little bit. Let's see here. That's okay-ish. Okay, right there. There's that thing again. But this is, again, we have some, that's kind of nondescript. But we do have the little ship-looking thing, up here. Now this is interesting, and I gotta get this a little bit different here. It's pretty good. Hang on one second. Okay. And I'm going to back out. You see this? It looks like a guy standing here. And there's his head, and there's his antennas. Okay. And every time I look at this, it looks like this little Bugs Bunny character. There's his head, there's his ears, there's his arm, there's his little Bugs Bunny feet. He's standing behind the kind of the mopey looking guy with antennas. Now, my last video I kind of opened a little bit crazy, but I did that to point out that it is crazy. I said it was Queen Victoria feeding a taco to a dinosaur. Well, my God, that's what it looks like. And there's a rabbit standing behind a guy with antennas. But then what's that? What in the world is that? I'm sure that's going to be the thumbnail. Well, Admiral Byrd, thank you for this picture. And I'm telling you, there are a bazillion of these Antarctica pictures, and they're from all different expeditions. And there's these guys again. We're going to leave off with them. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. So there you are. What do you think? Link to the original picture will be on the information page. Thanks for watching. This is Roger in Kansas City, where I'm freezing my you-know-what off. Why am I here? I could have been like anywhere, and I'm just, oh well. It's as cold here as it is in that picture. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for all the comments. I'll be responding to everybody as fast as I can. Thanks for all the regular subscribers who comment. I appreciate your input and support. I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.